everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. Again, this is Wednesday at the time of videoing this. But someone had mentioned to me, if you keep your videos under a certain time, it's better for the algorithms. And so I'm going to give that a shot and try to do more often shorter videos. So under 20 minutes and under. This is what I'm going to test it. So we'll see. So that's why I had to close a video and start a new one to do days in a row versus longer videos if you're only going to do them once or a week or less, then you want hour to longer videos. And if you're doing them many in a week, you want under 20 minutes. I said, okay, we'll give that a shot. Because I want to grow my channel. I really want to hit that 6,000. I've been really working hard at it, or trying to work hard at it. And so they said, try this. So that's what I'm going to do. And we'll see how it goes. So this video is a knit video, but it is a yarny video. This is my 10 minute a day knit challenge. I was posting that in the shorts every day for about, I don't know, 10 days or so, because I was religiously knitting every day for 10 days and just showing progress and talking about my learning to knit experience. And it worked out well for me. And I am still knitting every day for about 10 minutes a day, but it's the same color, it's the same stitches. And I'm still having some problems every now and again. Yesterday I was knitting and I'm just tooling around for my 10 minutes and I get done and I have my stitches wrong. I don't know how that happened, because I know that if I'm seeing the V's, I got to knit, and if I'm seeing the bumps, I got to purl. I'm purling one side, knitting the other side, giving me the V's and the bumps. Because I wanted to practice both. I enjoy knitting so much, purling not so much. My project is rolling terribly, and people were explaining to me how to avoid doing that. If you do like a border row around, I'm not taking it apart to do that. So that works, but at the end I will crochet a border around it to keep it from rolling so much. But I am totally enjoying the knit stitch. I have the minis that I got at the yarn swap. The fiber festival that we were just recently at, and I want to use those to make a shawl. And it's a V-type shawl, which I generally don't like to make those. But this will give me practice on increasing, and I think it's all the knit stitch, which will be really cool. I think even if it's not all the knit stitch, it might be what I do is all the knit stitch, except for the border. I think you have to knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. I don't know. I don't remember what the border says. And I originally thought I want to do my cotton minis that I got at the Fiber Festival and start that shawl with it. And then the next Fiber Festival or whatever, I can just add to the shawl. But then I found that yarn at the thrift store. It's right here. Why couldn't I do it with that and just add the different, like do this together or hold this with these other two? Because this is real fine. And I have a lot more of this than I have of the other two. Definitely a lot more of this than I have of this. And this is way thinner. This is like a lace weight or thinner even, maybe a thread. And these two are at least a 2. This one might be a 3 weight, I don't know, because it's nubbly. But maybe hold one of these and one of these, or hold these together, and as it gets bigger, then drop one and go to add it with this, and then add a little bit of this into it, and then go back. So give it a lot of different texture since it's going to be all the same stitch. and I can learn to play with the colors and how to work the needles better, but I don't know about, like, holding two together kind of scares me as far as knitting goes. With crochet, I know if you put a bead on it, it helps keep them together without twisting, and I really like that. I don't know if that would work for knitting. I don't see why it wouldn't. And that one is so thin that I think it would work together. I don't know. But that kind of is exciting me because the pattern is just, I think it's just the knit stitch with a border. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. But what I am doing now is this scrap scarfy thing. And so this was one scrap purple, and then I put this variegated just a little bit in between. I was going to finish the row of whatever the scrap ended and then do 2 more rows. So this is like 2.5 rows. And then this was a whole different purple, this dark purple. And again, I was going to do wherever it ended and then 2 more rows, but I think I ended up with 4 more rows or whatever. So, oh my God, it doesn't matter. I have a lot more of this. And then I went to this. I know this is a loops and threads in this petunia color. And I had the most of this, so I thought, oh, it's going to be this really long part of this. And I still have this much left, but I probably won't show you again until I'm done with this. Someone suggested that I drop a stitch intentionally on my practice piece here, because this is practice piece. It's going to be a scarf when it's done. And I will take this and do a row or 2 of like single crochet border, probably half double, because I really hate doing single crochet. But I'll probably do a row of half double crochet border around it out of the variegated. And hopefully I would have enough of that. But I don't know how long this is. And anyway, someone had suggested that I take and drop a stitch so that I can learn how to pick it up. But I'm really afraid to do that in case I don't figure out how to pick it up. But I did somehow, I picked it up and I did it wrong, and I had to frog it back or tink it back, right? Isn't that what they call it? And somehow I have a hole. It's not a dropped stitch. I was knitting and my yarn wasn't right. It's right now. Like I saw that it wasn't right, and I like twisted the yarn to try to get it to be right. It wasn't. I don't know, but I knitted a hole. But all the same, but I ended up with the right number of stitches. So I don't know what I did. But I had frogged back, and when I went back to fix it, like I frogged back, and then I'm fixing, and that's when I found that this stitch it was on my needle, but it wasn't, I don't think I had the new yarn in there. I don't know, because I just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So it has a hole. It's the only hole. I don't care that it has a hole. I wasn't frogging it again to fix the hole because my stitch count was right. So I'm like, I'm just keep knitting, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just keep knitting. I mean, I do want to fix, that's part of this. It's practice, figure it out and fix it. But I thought it was fixed, and I was like 2 rows in before I could tell that it really wasn't fixed, that I was indeed having a hole. And I'm like, I'm not taking it back out again. I'm tired of taking it back out again for one little tiny hole. And when you have a scarf on, it's all bunched up. You're not going to see that hole, and it's a practice piece. So I'm just keep knitting. I am loving it. I really enjoy the time that I spend knitting, even when I'm frogging, even when I find out that I made a mistake. I don't care. Just keep knitting. Just keep knitting. Just keep frogging and then re-knitting. I'm good with that. Totally cool with it. I don't think it's getting a little bit faster, or I feel like it. Maybe it's just that it's getting more comfortable, because I really am not doing it much faster. I think the knit part I'm doing faster. The purl part may be slower. I don't know. But I keep going and just keep going on, and I am enjoying it very much. But I probably won't show you again until this part is gone, because it's just the same thing over and over. So kind of boring to watch. But I wanted to tell you about my whole project, the hole that I had going on. I know that it's there. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know that it's fixable without frogging it, because my stitch count is right. And it's not important enough to take it out again, or to try to figure out how to fix it without taking it out again, because it's only one little hole and my stitch count is still right. So I appreciate saying, you should drop a stitch intentionally so you can figure out how to fix it. I am so afraid to do that. I mean, it's a practice piece. Don't be afraid to do that. It's just not in my nature to intentionally. I try to avoid making mistakes. It's just not in my nature to say, oh, let's just make this mistake and then keep knitting, and then not, to intentionally do it. I'm so surprised I haven't done it so far, other than whatever I did with this piece here. I don't know. I think I just moved the yarn and forgot to knit it. Or purl it, whatever it was supposed to be at the time. I think I just forgot to do that. What is going on here? But I'm not 100% sure that is the exact problem. But either way, there's this big, huge diesel truck just pulled up. I don't know that it can make the bend around my camper here. It's like a semi. Yeah, good luck with you, dude. He's either going to hit my camper or he's going to hit the neighbor's truck. No, yeah, back up, go forward, back up, go forward. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, he got it. He got it. He didn't take out the side of my camper, so yay. It's a long truck to be back here in the campground. Anyway, back to the knitting. So unless there's like some major issue, I'm just going to keep knitting. Just know that I'm still knitting. Just keep knitting. Just keep knitting. Still knitting. I'm just not showing it off unless there's something I really need to talk about. If I drop that stitch, if I get my guts up and drop that stitch, and then have to figure, maybe I should just watch some videos on how to fix a dropped stitch, and then I would be comfortable about dropping it. And I should put in a lifeline. See, I'm so glad that we're talking this out. If I put in a lifeline, I can drop a stitch whenever I feel like it, fix it, or try to fix it. If it doesn't work, I just go back to my lifeline, right? That's such a great idea. I'm so glad I thought of it. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Then and I'm going to watch some videos on how to fix it. But I am going to put a lifeline in right here on the knit stitch. Yeah, no, this is the purl stitch. I'll be purling on this row. So maybe I'll put in the lifeline on the knit row. Yep, that's definitely it. Oh, and I did want to measure it for you. I don't know if it's going to be long enough to really be considered a scarf. Otherwise, it's just, I don't know. What is it? What is it if it's not a scarf? Let's see. Unroll it. And doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. It is with end to just under the needle. It is 30.5 inches long. That is pretty awesome. And did you see my elephant? Isn't it cute? I so love it. So yeah, what's a scarf? Like 6 feet? I don't think it'll get 6 feet. It could be a teeny tiny little scarf. It'll get, this is enough to get many rows still on here. And then I still have the variegated. I will need enough to go around it once or twice This is folded in half, so crochet, I might not have a lot for, I might need to get another purple scrap. I do have more purple scraps I found when we were putting things away. So I could get more purple scraps out if I need to, which is fine. And I kind of, it's scrappy, but not real scrappy because it's all purple and it's all like big purples and little purples. I don't know. It's not a whole bunch of different, and so that's kind of cool too. But it's still not purposeful. Only the variegated in between is purposeful. So maybe what I need to do is if I decide to add another color after this, another scrap of purple, maybe I need to make this section bigger, the variegated section bigger in between the light purple, this purple, and whatever next color, but not too much bigger because I need enough to go around it to make the border, or whatever. It's just going to be whatever it is. It's going to grow up to be what it grows up to be. But I'm loving the project, and I was watching Shannon from Another Yarn, and she's knitting hats, and she's using scraps to make hats. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that. Laura went to classes. Laura from Mimi Crochet and Farming. She went to knit night, and she's like, just go to knit night. You'll figure it out. They'll help you. But I don't know if I'm going to be in one spot long enough until I'm, for a while. Maybe until I'm back here next winter. And here there's no crazy close yarn lady. You know, no yarn shop. To, you know, where you can go in and knit with the other ladies. But anyway, we're going to see how that goes. And I'm excited to do whatever comes next, but now I'm kind of like wanting to learn to make a hat. And I know Ross has, like the Ross's beanie is a real easy beanie to do. So I might try to even look at that, but I don't have double pointed needles. Do you have to have double pointed needles? I don't know. Can I crochet or knit just at a big circle and then cinch it at the top like my knitting machine does? Is that the way to go? If you're going to make a hat, what's the way to go? Particularly if you're trying to do it without, you know, a person. I would be much better with a person to say, nope, this goes here, and you know, like really talk you through it and help me through it. So without that and just trying to rely on videos, and you guys, so tell me, what do you think? To make a hat, am I better off? Do you have to use DPNs? I think I am going to do the shawl before I try and I really don't think I can handle more than one knit project at a time. So I'm jumping the gun with the knit hat anyway, because I do think I want to go into that shawl. And I did buy the minis for it, but those are a DK weight, and these yarns are not a DK weight. And so I might just want to try it, because will it be really all that much slower? That's the other thing I'm thinking of. When I crochet with a thin yarn, the projects take way longer with a 2-weight yarn than they do with a 4-weight yarn or a 6-weight yarn. I knit so slow as it is. Does the weight of the yarn really make a big difference? I'm sure it does, just because it doesn't take up as much space, you know, if it's a thinner yarn, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just going to keep knitting, just keep knitting, just keep knitting. And that's all I have for this knit video. And I will see you guys the next time. Thanks so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, all those things. Thanks for hanging out with me for the last 20 minutes of your life. I know it's brain cells you'll never get back. Sorry about that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.